Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me and can you see me? If you want to just post in the comments. I'm going to make sure I can see this on Facebook. And it looks like, yep, I'm seeing it. So I just want to make sure everybody can hear me okay. We'll give people a few more moments here to come on. And then we're going to get started. So if you can hear me, just type yes in the chat box. Great, thanks, Susan, I appreciate it. Now we're rocking and rolling then. Get started here. So welcome everybody. If this is our first time meeting, I'm Laura Dankoff. I'm the founder of Path to Health and Healing and Hormone Health for Women and the Path to Hormone Health methodology. And I'm excited to have you here this morning. If you're watching the replay and have questions afterwards, just post them below. If you're going to be watching this on YouTube later, I will be posting any important links below the video as well. And I must give my loving disclaimer that the information I'm going to share with you today is for educational and information purposes only and is not a replacement for seeking appropriate medical care. So what I'm excited to share with you today is information about my Path to Hormone Health membership program. But before we get into that, I want to give you some background story if this is the first time that we're meeting and why am I offering this to women now. There's a lot that goes behind that. I've been practicing as a nurse practitioner for many years, and a good share of my practice has been with helping women with hormone-related health issues. But before helping all these women, I actually had hormone health issues myself. So I knew the struggles firsthand, being a woman myself and having various things throughout my life with my hormones that were really affecting my quality of life. And I'm sure that you can probably relate to that as well. Back in my younger years, if you will, I had terrible, painful periods, heavy periods. And then when I started going through perimenopause, I had, the weight gain, the brain fog, the fatigue, just a lot of the things that a lot of women struggle with. And so like anybody else, working in the healthcare field, I thought, well, I'm just going to go see my doctor and, make sure everything's okay. But it's important to get those things checked out and make sure you have no big problem going on. But at the same time, it was very limiting in what it offered me about things that I could do for myself. And around the time that I was kind of going through all this, I was in the middle of grad school. And so I was burning the candle at both ends. I had a family that we were raising and working full time and then going to grad school on top of that, which, a lot of us women do. We try to do everything, be everything to everyone. And oftentimes it's going to take a huge toll on us, and it takes a huge toll on our hormonal health. So at the time I thought, well, geez, if I can't figure out how to help myself, how am I going to learn how to help other women? And from there, I went down this rabbit hole of trying to find the most natural, healthy way of restoring my own hormone balance so that I could learn then how to help other women versus just treating symptoms, which is often the case. You're given, either a medical procedure, standard lab testing, and a medication to try to help resolve some of your hormone-related health issues. But, a lot of women want more than that. They want to understand, well, why is this even happening to me in the first place? And what are some things I can do about it? Because you almost feel like you're giving your power away and like you have no control over the situation, where in reality, we have a lot more control over our hormone health and our overall health than we can imagine sometimes. So I dove down that rabbit hole. I studied with a naturopath. I've studied with functional medicine practitioners. I've taken countless hours of training in this area and have since implemented that for years now into my practice to try to help women understand what is going on with their hormones and what things that they can do to try to help balance them. But here's the other side of this. What I realized over the years of doing this and since starting my virtual practice a couple of years ago is that when women would come to see me, we do the one-on-one consultation. I take a deep dive into their health history and all the different aspects of their health that can be influencing their brain fog, their fatigue, their mood swings, low libido, and so forth. But when you're at that visit and we go through that, I might recommend some testing, and then we follow up and we go through that testing and then implement a plan of care. Now, where things are difficult, I find for women, is having that guidance and support in between those visits, because you're kind of out there trying to remember, okay, what did she tell me to do? And what's this for? And what did my test mean? These kinds of things. And it leaves you kind of wondering, trying to remember everything that you learn, because there's so much information that goes in. There's a huge learning curve to understanding what's going on with our bodies. And so just that being in that state of overwhelm, probably 80 to 90% of what you heard is not going to be remembered from that visit. So it's like, what do you do in between? And how do you get that support? The other thing that I have noticed over the years is a lot of women feel like they're really doing this all alone. They may ask their friends, they go searching the internet, their friend will tell them that they tried X, Y, or Z and it worked for them. You try that and it doesn't do anything for you, or you feel worse. So it's really trying to figure out, okay, well, why did that work for her, but didn't work for me? And I really feel like, my healthcare providers doesn't understand me. My family doesn't understand me. Nobody's listening to me. And I found that women really need to have that connection and support for each other. And so that is why I thought, putting together an affordable program would help, lots of women. And I wanted it to be something that's easy and accessible to women as well, to try to help them, because I don't want you feeling like, you're doing everything by yourself. So before I kind of get into the details of what the Path to Hormone Health program offers, here's some things to think about. Are you looking for clarity and help, first of all? And are you wondering where to start? Because you're likely in a state of overwhelm and don't know where to begin. The other part of that is when you're locked in that state of overwhelm, part of you saying, I want to feel better, but I really feel stuck about where to begin and how hard is this going to be and how much time is this going to take me, even though you feel bad. But if you can draw from that feeling, that is what can help move you also in the right direction, because it's first understanding where you're stuck and where you can take that. So as a lot of women feel that, they feel bad, they want to succeed, but a lot of times they just feel like they're getting nowhere fast. They've tried some things. Well, what I can tell you is improving your hormone health is not a fast process. It does take time, and it cannot be solved in a pill bottle. And I think many women know that today. It's just a matter of getting that motivation and that drive to help you move forward. Well, if you're stuck feeling like you're spinning your wheels, it's really hard to kind of move forward or know where to begin. Now, you don't have to spend hours searching the internet for answers, because I've done all that for you. I, have spent untold amounts of money researching and implementing my hormone health methodology with women just like you over the years, and many of these women have felt stuck, and I don't want you to feel stuck anymore. I want you to know where you can turn for help. You're likely then wondering, okay, where do I start? And will what I have to offer you help you end that suffering? Because too often as women, we get disappointed when we try to search for those answers, or try a medication, or you have testing done and you're told everything's normal. So here's the truth. We all have to start somewhere. We're all beginners at some level of learning in our life, and that sometimes can keep people from moving forward. Like you feel like, oh, I don't know anything. I don't know if I can learn this. It's important to have somebody there holding your hand and to embrace that feeling instead of fretting about it in an endless cycle of self-doubt. And that's what I hope to help you do. So once you realize that being a beginner is part of the journey, you will feel that weight lift off your shoulders, and just realize that there's somebody there to hold your hand. So I want you to consider embracing what is possible so that you can end the months or even years of struggle you may be going through. What many women often come to find out when they're struggling with hormone-related symptoms like fatigue and brain fog and low libido and weight gain and hot flashes and hair loss and heavy periods and more is that conventional medicine often has very few answers for women. And part of this, I would say, goes back to the Women's Health Initiative study that was completed, I think, 2002, 2003, where all these women for years were taking hormone replacement therapy. And then all of a sudden, everybody was taking off the hormones, and it kind of freaked healthcare practitioners out too. And at that point, they said, you know what? I don't want anything to do with the hormones. I don't do hormones. And so that left a lot of women just hanging out there, not knowing what to do or where to turn. And there was a lot of controversy around bioidentical hormones as well when this Women's Health Initiative study came out. Bioidentical hormones are more like what our bodies produce. Our bodies recognize them. They're more natural. They are still hormones. Versus the synthetic hormones that were used prior to that for years and years. So there was some things in that study that were misconstrued certain ways. There was the synthetic hormones versus bioidentical hormones. So when I was in grad school, and this was all going on at that time, I actually did a small scale study myself comparing women that were taking the synthetic hormones, the bioidentical hormones or synthetic hormones versus women that didn't, and their improvement in their quality of life. And those that were seeking that out, they needed that relief, but it was a matter of which way could they get that relief. And what I found is that bioidentical hormones definitely help give them relief. But one thing that I think was missing in all this is understanding the root cause of those hormone changes. Now, it's normal for our hormones to change as we age and to go down, but how that process goes for one woman can be different for another woman. Some women will just sail through that, other women won't. And then what things can you do to try to help balance things? And then if you're somebody that has a family history or a personal risk for breast cancer or uterine cancer, then that really adds another level of challenge to the whole situation. So that comes down to ways to try to optimize your health in a healthy way to help your body utilize what hormones you're making in a healthy way, but also lower your health risk. So, I know that women at every stage of life runs into this unfortunate problem of finding a health practitioner or a coach that will help guide you through the process to help you get relief from your PMS or your perimenopause, your menopause, thyroid imbalances. A lot of women today, I've seen an increase in infertility going on. And in the Path to Hormone Health program, we talk about why these different hormone changes are happening to women, why so many women seem to have challenges with their hormones, whether it be from fertility or going through perimenopause or menopause. And there's many factors involved, and we delve into some of these root cause factors and then give you tangible steps that you can take to start moving things in the right direction to help resolve some of these root cause issues and support your body in the right way. Now, I know, having worked with thousands of women over the years, I have heard it all. You go from doctor to doctor and have likely heard some of these. Take the birth control pill until menopause. You'll feel so much better. Well, that's not an answer. Yeah, it might give some relief, but what if there's a hidden risk factor for that? Maybe you don't want to be taking prescription drugs. You know, what are your options? You've also probably heard eat less and exercise more. Well, I know that hormone imbalances can cause weight loss resistance, as can what you're consuming. I mean, there's healthy food you could be consuming that may be getting in your way as well. We talk about cortisol and insulin resistance and other things that can be getting in the way of losing that weight. Another one you might hear is there is nothing wrong with you. You go to your healthcare provider, they do the standard conventional testing, and it all comes back normal. There's nothing wrong with you. Well, if there was nothing wrong with you, you wouldn't be there wasting their time or yours trying to figure it out. Now, in all fairness to the majority of conventional trained health practitioners, none of them learn this in their training. So you really want to work with someone that has, taken the time and energy and has the passion to really understand women's hormone health. And those are the people you want to seek out to work with, because they're going to be able to help you the best. Now, your gynecologists certainly are going to be great at addressing the bigger problems, and those are important things to get checked out. But let's say you've done all that and you're still having issues, and you're really trying to figure out, how do I take my power back? How do I figure out how to improve my own hormone health? There's got to be more to it than taking a pill. You may have also heard, I think you need to see a psychiatrist. You're just depressed. Well, how would you feel if your hormones were totally out of whack? You felt like you were all over the board. You had no control over your health anymore like you once did, or what's happening to your body. That would make you a little depressed and anxious, wouldn't it? Or you might be told, I don't do hormones. And it just ends there. There's no offer of help. Or it might be, well, I'm just going to send you to the gynecologist. So then you get your hopes up again, and you may get answers there, or you might get disappointed again. So you get the idea. You are being dismissed because that is all they have to offer you. That is it. So when you're ready to embrace being a beginner when it comes to your hormone health, here are some of the biggest obstacles that you may face and that I have heard. Obstacle 1, lack of belief and evidence that this will work for you, that you can experience transformative results. Going into it with that attitude may be fair, but it may be self-defeating as well. So one of the things that I hope to show women in the Path to Hormone Health membership program is first having a belief in yourself that there is something you can do about this, and your transformation is up to you. I'm there to support you, guide you, hold you accountable through the process, and can provide you with all the tools and resources that I have given to women over the years. But ultimately, It's up to you to make those changes and decide how you want to transform your health and get the results that you want. It doesn't happen by osmosis. Reading it doesn't make it happen. It means implementing things. And one of the things that I found initially was I tried, providing this information. I just did a major brain dump into a 12-week program. What I've found through that process, though, is most women are not going to be able to achieve all the information and take the action steps necessary in 12 weeks. So what I've done is taken that program, my hormone health methodology, and broken each module down into month modules, because that gives you the time to, one, read it, and to start implementing some of those changes. Are you going to implement everything? Probably not. But the goal is that you start making changes in the right direction to get you where you want to go, but also have somebody there to answer questions for you along the way. Obstacle number 2 is lack of knowledge about all that is contributing to your hormone imbalances and causing the fatigue and the weight gain and the mood swings and the heavy periods or hot flashes, poor sleep, low libido, and more. So again, I've done all that for you. I'm taking you step by step about what things can cause the fatigue and the brain fog, what things can cause the weight gain and the mood swings, and so forth. What are some of the hormone imbalances that can be occurring that can be impacting the way that you're feeling? And, once you understand what some of these root cause factors are, it's also very validating. It's extremely validating because, when you go to your health practitioner and they tell you there's nothing wrong with you, or you're just depressed and take this pill, it's like they're not listening. They're not hearing what you're saying. You're there for answers. You don't necessarily walking in there to get a pill. You want to obviously make sure that there's nothing major going on with your health. But if there isn't, that's reassuring in and of itself. But it's like, okay, what do I do about it? So I want to give you all the knowledge and resources that you need to understand what is going on and what you can do about it. So the third obstacle is lack of time and money. So many women will say, I don't have time. I'm working a job, I'm taking care of a family. You may be in the sandwich generation where you're not only taking care of kids, you're taking care of parents or aging relatives. And maybe you're also doing like I was, going back to school and continuing your education, or you're changing jobs. We've got a lot going on, all of us. We're all very busy. So how do we find the time for ourselves? Women are notorious at putting themselves last and not first. And we're people pleasers. We have a hard time saying no. I know this because I've lived all this myself, I know. We have a hard time saying no. We take care of everybody first. We put ourselves last. And what we need to do is put ourselves first so that we have the energy to help other people when needed, but also to improve our quality of life. Now, putting me first doesn't mean that you spend 1 to 2 hours in the morning on self-care and 1 to 2 hours in the evening on self-care. That's not very realistic in the world we live in today. But if you can find 10 minutes a day for yourself, and that's one of the things that I teach you within the Path to Hormone Health membership, is how to find time for self-care for you. And just taking those baby steps in the right direction does wonders for your mental health and your physical health. The other issue that, is like the elephant in the room is, how much is this all going to cost me? Well, let me just say this, most people were in this mindset of what is my insurance going to cover? Well, I can tell you in this day and age, most people are paying high insurance premiums. They're paying high deductibles. And I know some people that they have to pay $5,000 to $10,000 out of their pocket before they get one thing covered for their health care. So where do you want to spend those dollars? Do you want to spend those dollars jumping from one practitioner to another, where it's applying towards that deductible and nothing's happening with your health, where you might get 5 to 10 minutes with the health practitioner? So you really don't have time to tell your story. You feel that you're being rushed during those visits. I know that you're feeling that. And wouldn't it be nice if you had the time to tell your story, to share your experiences, to get that validation and its support from other women? You can do that for as little as $3.23 a day. That's right. That's what this membership costs you. As little as $3.23 a day. Now, if you go to a functional practitioner like myself and you work with one of us one-on-one, I know there's plenty of functional practitioners out there and naturopaths that you easily will drop $2,000 to $6,000 easily throughout the course of your initial workup, testing, and care. Now, that's okay. Sometimes you need that one-on-one care, and you can't really put a price on your health. So you have to decide, what is your health worth? How motivated are you to get there? And do you want to be a part of a community of other women that are there to love and support each other through the process? So if you're thinking about some of these obstacles, lack of knowledge, lack of belief and evidence, lack of time and money, staying in lack, and that thought process of lack is going to keep you stuck. So if you are experiencing any of these obstacles right now, no matter where you are in your health journey, and you're ready to get out of that feeling of lack, I want you to consider joining me inside the Path to Hormone Health membership program. Now, before I show you what all that means and what being a part of the membership offers you, I just want to share what some of the hormone challenges are that I've heard from other women. And I want you to tell me if any of this sounds familiar to you. So I'm just going to bring up some of the responses I've had from women when they're joining the Path to Hormone, or the Hormone Health for Women Facebook group. What some of the things are that I've heard there that there are challenges. Understanding how hormones fluctuate, not sure if inflammation in my body is affected by my hormones. I have an autoimmune condition. Is my hormone health impacting that? I'm having worsening PMS and occasional night sweats, dryness during intercourse, weight gain and fatigue, insomnia, anxiety. I don't have any energy. I'm not getting enough sleep. My mouth is dry. I have no libido. My periods are heavy. Cravings, weight gain, mood swings. So you get the idea. These are things that so many women are struggling with. And I want you to know there's help and there's something that can be done about it. Now, another thing you may be wondering is, how do I get that support? That's what I'm here to tell you about. There is a way to get support, and being a part of a membership and a community of other women is a great way not only to get that support, but to know that you're not in this alone. I have seen so many women suffer in silence. And what women have told me that they are looking for, besides that sense of community, here's some of the things that they tell me that they're looking for. I'm tired of doctors telling me if you lose the weight, you'll get better. All I've done is try, and I'm looking for help. They're looking for hormone help and tips. They would like to hear other stories of how other women are handling their hormone challenges. They want information and support. I often hear they just want help. They feel like they have a mystery illness. They want to learn ways how they can eat healthy. They want answers, validation, and connection with other women. And that's what I want to give you inside this membership program. So let's take a look. I'm going to try to bring up and share my screen here with you about what's in the program itself. So let's take a look at that. Okay. All right, so I hope you can see that screen there. So the Path to Hormone Health membership program is really hormone help for women. So how would you like to join a tribe of women helping women just like you start feeling in control of their bodies again? So this page is telling you what is all included in the Path to Hormone Health membership. During this membership, you're going to find out the precise strategies that you need to restore your hormone health. So in order to make sustainable changes to your hormone health, it takes time to unravel what is contributing to your hormone imbalances and to find out how to nourish your body with the right foods, stress-reducing techniques, and self-care practices to help you get the relief from those irregular periods, the PMS, the perimenopause, the menopausal symptoms, and other hormone-related symptoms that leave you feeling like a hot mess with fat, fatigue, sleep-deprived, and more. I know this because I've been seeing this for years, and I know how women are struggling with this. And that's why I wanted to put together this membership so you could get that support and provide you with my step-by-step Path to Hormone Health methodology. My goal is to help you regain control of your body and to end the hormonal chaos and overwhelm. So let's take a look at just some of what's included within your monthly membership. We're going to do weekly live group coaching calls that I will be posting in the group when these are, and I'll have them at the same time each week. And if you're not able to attend a live call, I'll encourage you to post any questions that you have within the community board, within the platform that the membership's held in, and I will answer those during the call, and then you'll be able to watch the replay. You're going to have access to a community discussion board, which I'm going to encourage you to use. This is where I'll be posting the registration for the weekly live coaching calls. And you also have access to a private Facebook group. You're going to get access to my Path to Hormone Health program. Now, here's a really nice thing that you're going to get with your membership that other people won't get with it if they're not a part of the membership, is I will be providing you one module of my Path to Hormone Health methodology each month. On top of that, when you join, you're going to immediately get access to my 21-day hormone detox, which normally is $97, and you're going to get that right out of the gate, where otherwise you would pay separately for that. I'm also in the process of working on additional smaller programs as supplements to what you are learning. Like right now, I'm working on one on chronic vaginitis. I'll do one on endometriosis. I may do one on thyroid health. So those will be built in and be added to the membership over time. You will also get access to my online dispensary where you can get professional grade supplements for 10% off with every order. That will automatically get built in with your, as part of being part of the member when you order from my online dispensary. Okay, so let's move on down here. And my goal here is to give you answers, the answers you need and the answers you deserve. I know how frustrating it is to feel like you're not getting the help or the answers that you deserve to have. And I want to give you that. I want you to stop searching for answers on your own. So many women are doing that. And, you know, the risk in that sometimes is, well, I've heard this or that works for one person or another, but that may not be what you need. And sometimes when we try these different things, you may feel better at first, then you feel worse again, or you may just feel worse altogether because that's not what your body needed. And we can talk about those things as well. So what's all included with your membership? So it's $97 a month or $9.97 a year. I do ask that you at least be in there for 3 months minimum. This gives you an idea of what you're getting in this program and what all it can offer you. So there'll be weekly live group coaching calls. You'll have access to the coaching call replays. You'll have access to the online program and the extra programs that are free within your membership that I mentioned. So there'll be bonuses that you're going to get that normally would cost you separately if you were purchasing these outside of the program. You're going to have access to the community discussion board and Facebook group. You're going to get hormone healthy meal plans, shopping lists, recipes. I mentioned the 10% discount from professional grade supplements. Now, there will be no private appointments with me. Certainly, this is something you can schedule if you feel like you need, and I've got that for you right there as well. So let's take a little closer look at the membership. You know, if you want to sign up the $97 per month one, you've got a place where you can do that. If you decide, you know what, I'm all in for a year, that'll save you a little bit of money. The regular price would be $11.64 if you're doing that. Now, regardless of the plan, your initial payment will be through PayPal, and then once you've made that initial payment, you will get sent an invoice for the reoccurring payments after that initial month or that initial year, depending on how you choose to sign up for the program. Your tribe awaits. You just have to show up. Reclaim your inner goddess and transform your life. My goal is to build a tribe of women helping women to become the warrior goddesses they were always meant to be. You know, we all have that inside of us, and that means feeling good about yourself, having self-confidence, feeling comfortable in your body again, and back in control of your situation. So isn't it time to start putting yourself first? No guilt, no reservations, no more being told there is nothing wrong with you, no more being told it's all in your head, and no more being told live with it. No more limiting beliefs. I really want you to believe in yourself and what is possible. So here I'm just talking about, you know, once you get into your membership, what all you can access. I don't know if that print's very big here, but I'm just going to read some of what's in the program itself. You're going to get my Path to Hormone Health methodology that I've used to help thousands of women over the years. You're going to become a part of a community of women helping women to support you where you are struggling, to celebrate your successes, and to help keep you accountable to yourself. You'll be provided with training materials, videos, handouts, workbooks, recipe guides, meal plans, action steps to help build that solid foundational framework designed to help you step by step on your hormone health journey. And I know what an inspiration we can be when we come together to overcome obstacles. Living a shared experience with other women in the membership tribe, well, that is priceless. You know, you just can't find that easily. You know, we're all living behind our computer screens today, and everybody's been locked down over the past year. So this is a great way to have that sense of community and belonging in a safe environment. You're just going to discover, you know, also how your hormones work and what factors affect your hormones and what steps you can take to ending the hormonal chaos and overwhelm so that you can feel comfortable in your own body again. And I want you to be ready to take imperfect action. You don't have to settle anymore and feel miserable. There is something you can do. There really is, to get your hormone health back on track. I want you to believe there is help. Now, a very important part of helping you to succeed is having access to live coaching and support. And as I mentioned, if you were doing this one-on-one with a lot of practitioners, say just even 12 hours of time, that could easily cost you $2,400 to $6,000, depending on the practitioner. I'm going to be there every week, excluding if I'm, away on personal business or something. But otherwise, I'm in there every week with you. You'll also have community and connection that are so essential to your well-being. We women need that sense of community and belonging and connection. So through those shared experience with other women, it helps you to become empowered to unleash the woman warrior and goddess you are always meant to be. So you're probably thinking, okay, what are some other women saying that have worked with me? So Vicki says, I have experienced night sweats for several years. I have slept with a fan in the summer, which really isn't a solution. Changes I am making are eating way less processed foods, eating whole foods, and eating more organic. I have noticed I'm sleeping so much better with not being awakened near as often with night sweats. Now, in the Path to Hormone Health program, what we consume in our diet and knowing what to consume that supports hormone health is so foundational. Leanne says, Laura provided me with everything I needed to help my body heal, from information about my hormone issues to resources to better support my body. I feel like she really listened to what I was telling her and that it was not all in my head. I cannot express enough that if you are a woman and feel like your hormones may be out of balance, Laura will help you. That is my mission. My mission is to help you. I don't tell you about these women experiences to brag or anything. I just want you to understand, what is possible for you, particularly if you're hearing me for the first time. And then Christine says, I saw Laura because I was experiencing perimenopause symptoms. And more recently, she was having migraines, digestive issues, stress, and borderline high blood pressure. She made me feel that there was light at the end of the tunnel. She's very compassionate and practical. Laura helped me to improve my health and well-being. I'm feeling much better and more in control of my health. And that's what I want for you. I want you to feel in control of your health. Now, you might have some additional questions. So here are some of the frequently asked questions. How do I start working with Laura? You just hit these little 3 little dots there, and that'll drop down and give you an answer when you go to this page. What if I am not sure this membership is right for me? Well, if you're not sure this membership is right for you, then I'd encourage you to schedule a free hormone relief discovery call, and we can talk about it. Is this membership for a specific age woman? This is for every woman of any age. Having women of various ages, life experiences, and health challenges helps all women in the tribe learn and grow through our shared experiences. Whether you are a woman with heavy periods, PMS, infertility, hypothyroidism, PCOS, you get the idea. Any kind of hormone-related health challenge. What happens after I purchase the membership? Well, once you purchase the membership, you're going to get access to your membership area. And once there, I want you to take a look around and familiarize yourself with the membership platform. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me at any time. What all am I getting in it when I join? Well, as we talked about a little bit earlier, you're going to get access to my signature Path to Hormone Health program. You're going to get one module of this 12-module program each month. This is to help prevent overwhelm and to allow you time to learn and implement each module of this very in-depth program. I've put all of my years of education and experience into the program. You're going to have access to live coaching, the community boards, all the materials that I mentioned. And what happens if I can't attend the live coaching calls? Well, I did answer that earlier, that, you know, there will be replays that you will be able to access. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to post this link to what you're looking at here into the discussion here. So let me do that. Here we go. So I'm going to post in the discussion area here the link where you can go and read more about the membership itself. Then let's take a look inside. Let's see if this page comes up. I'm going to just refresh my screen here and see if you're seeing what I'm seeing. Let me go back. There we go. There it is. So once you hit, you know, that you want to enroll, you're going to come to this enrollment page where you're going to click here. It talks about the monthly option, the annual plan as well. And then below that, you can actually see what is included in each module that you'll get each month of the program. So once you get logged into your platform, membership platform, you're going to get my welcome to you here, you know, your coaching agreement, code of conduct, access to your community board, private Facebook group, how to access live coaching calls, and access your online dispensary. Module 1, which will be the first month of the program, we're going to be talking about phases and stages of women's hormonal health. You're going to get access to my hormone symptom questionnaire, so you get a sense of where your hormones currently may be out of balance based on the symptoms you may be experiencing. We're going to learn about basics of the menstrual cycle, you know, tracking your menstrual cycle, and the 3 stages of menopause. Believe it or not, there's 3 stages to menopause. And then you're going to also have access to a shopping list to kind of get you started. So you can start getting a feel for things during this first month of the program. In month 2 or module 2, we're going to talk more about nutrition, healing through nutrition, doing a kitchen makeover. You're going to get recipes and menu plans to help guide you, recipes that help you if you're a menstruating woman or a woman in perimenopause or menopause. So there's different menu plans and different ways to support hormone balance depending where you are at within your stage of life. So a lot of focus in module 2 on nutrition. Module 3, we're going to talk about foods, phases, and GMOs, I call it. So more about hormone balancing foods, how genetically modified organisms or GMOs affect hormone balance. And you're going to have access in month 2, actually, I didn't mention, to a workbook. In this workbook, it's going to give you exercises and action steps that you can take. So every month, you're going to have an action step. So it'll just say action of things that you can do and start implementing in your own life. Module 4, we're going to talk about what is happening to me. We're going to talk more about the phases of the menstrual cycle, defining menopause, more on hot flashes and ways to get relief from those, and start putting yourself first. So you're going to have a few months to be thinking about this and about putting yourself first. In module 5, we're going to dive deeper into perimenopause and menopause. In module 6, we dive deep into hormone testing and various treatment options. So each month we start digging deeper and deeper into what is all involved with hormonal health. It's not easy, it's complex, and it takes time to understand and learn all of these things. Then we're going to talk about the roadblocks that can be getting in the way of your hormone recovery. What are the 6 root causes of hormone imbalances? And so we'll dive deeper into that. We're going to talk about the role of the thyroid and more. And module 8, more on root cause. We're going to talk about gut health, estrogen dominance, how to help your body detox effectively. And then module 9, we're going to talk about stress, blood sugar, and libido. All these are very important things to look at. Module 10, we're going to talk about 4 hormone-related problems and their solutions. So we're going to start tackling each one of the major complaints that women have related to hormone imbalances in Module 9 and 10. So we're going to talk about sleep, ways to improve your energy, memory loss, and fatigue. In Module 11, this is where we start getting into the mind-body connection and learning how to live in balance, having the right mindset. And then Module 12 is really a wrap-up. And anytime throughout, you can retake this hormone symptom questionnaire. This is a great way to assess your progress and to see, you know, how you are doing as you go along this journey. Now, after, you know, a year, if you decide to stay around for a year, which I hope you do, so that you do get access to all these modules. So as long as you're a member, you're going to be having access. Is if you want that ongoing support, you just continue your membership after that as well. All right, so once you get into your membership platform itself, I want you to see what that looks like as well. So I want to make sure that you're seeing this and this is popping up for you. There it is. So once you get into your membership platform, it starts here with a nice welcome from me once you're in the platform. And then you will just have, be able to advance to each element that you're getting that week. So here it's starting with your coaching agreement. And then you will also be getting access that first month to everything in Module 1 of the program. And then once you hit your 2-month mark, Module 2 will open up and you'll start to see everything there that you'll get access. So each month, a new module keeps opening up for you. Then up in the upper right, there is a community board. And this is where you just go there and where you can post comments, share your experience, ask questions, and where I would be posting the link for the weekly live coaching calls to register for as well. So as you can see, there's a lot included within the membership area and within the program itself. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen there. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to post those within the chat below, and I would be happy to answer those for you now. Like I said, there's a lot contained within this program, and you know, having worked with so many women over the years, this is really something I'm extremely passionate about doing because I know how difficult it is to get the help and support that you need and really understanding what's going on. Like I said, one of the reasons I did put this membership together is I'm trying to basically build a tribe of women, helping women, being there, supporting each other through your shared experiences. And also that you're having that support that you need versus, you know, like I said, when you go to your health practitioner, you're out there kind of figuring it all out on your own in between those visits. And so this is a great way to supplement what you're doing with your health practitioners as well. Now, if you do come up with any questions, feel free to post those in the chat. And also I will be posting this, if you're watching this on YouTube, I will post the link to the access to the membership program information below as well. And if you have questions that come up, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer those. Or if you're wondering if this program's right for you, you can certainly schedule a free hormone relief discovery call with me as well. I'd be more than happy to speak with you. So let me just make sure there aren't any questions. And I know some of you will be watching the replay on this later. So if you do have questions, do post them in the chat as well. All right, if there's no further questions, I'm going to let you all go for the day and enjoy your day. And thank you for being here. And let me know how I can help you. Take care. Bye.